Yeah, this is not a cat video. No, you can have a look at him. There you go, buddy. No, I found some more things. And these, I knew I had more games, well, discs that came with that Commodore 128 I bought from the guy who stank of weed, even though I didn't know what weed smells like. So it's a retrospective additional memory combination after the fact. But yeah, so I got 3 more boxes. So we're gonna have to get one of the SX64s working, or something else I found. I actually found the disk drive cable. So I've got a few disk drives. I probably have got cables in the boxed ones. I'm not sure. You know what? I'm pretty sure I've got a boxed 1541. It's not in amazing condition, but because I bought it so long ago, it's actually fine. But yeah, if I can't get the SX64s working, yeah. So yeah, I don't really need to go into what games there are. But I also found a whole box of games. Now, you'll have to, you know, stop getting distracted by the Cindy blanket. Again, we've explained Cindy is a non-human life form. So, this is why I don't buy games actually, because somewhere in this house I've got almost everything I ever want. Almost, not quite. I ain't got Atari 400, but you know, it does look really good on the screenshots, but you know, it's nothing like you imagine, because those enemies, I think they're static. They don't actually move. But yeah, this is in mint condition actually. I could have just come home from Boots the Chemist. So yeah, that was a game I had. Another game I had, which I hadn't found at that time, the Eidolon. Now, I'm not sure if these are my own actual copies, because I did kind of bring back some of my games with me. The ones, I don't know, I'm talking in 1991 now. But I think this would have been too large a case, so I don't think this is my one. Although there's no way of actually knowing, because it is in mint condition. So it's meant to be yellow like this. So yeah, the sun's gone round the side of the house, so not much I can really do about that. But yeah, well, like I said, these videos are for me. All my videos are very selfish. They've got the scan lines going on there, I think. Looking at the camera, it seems to be picking up some sort of scan lines on the photo there. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, now of course I can't play any of these games just yet. So, no, I'm not going to explain why. If you've been on my channel for a little bit, you'll have to excuse the mess on the floor. I'm just sorting things out at the moment. Now, this is not the version I had, but it's the same compilation, because this one, somewhere on it, oh no, it's the other one. The other one said free with a Boots computer compendium. Right, I'll put the ones that I owned at the top, and then the ones I might want to play on the side, and then the shit at the bottom of the box. It's quite a large box. So this is how I came to own Z by Rhinosoft. Can't really get a good angle, I must admit. There's either not enough light or too much. Bounder, Starquake and Monty on the Run. Never bought original copies of any of those. That would explain why I never bought Bounder 2. She's called Rebounder. I mean, I did want Monty on the Run before playing it. I did like platform games, actually. Hey, Kung Fu Master. This copy is in such shit condition. Well, the case anyway. I don't think this would be my own copy. One of the copies of Tales of the Arabian Nights and Commando is actually my own copy from back then. Possibly other games as well. I can't remember. I think I just took them home with me for good luck, thinking I'll get the rest later. I could always buy a C64 to play it on. So even in 1991, 92, I was thinking about, I haven't played this for ages, I need to bring these games back with me until I get the rest of my stuff, which was never going to happen. Dirty relative threw my stuff in the landfill after like a couple of weeks, saying you've got 2 weeks to pick up all your stuff in my garage. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, well, I couldn't even afford the shipping agent. Anyway, this is the release of Impossible Mission I had. Now wait there a second. Here it is. Ooh, exactly the same artwork as this version. This is a cardboard box, so I'm getting a bit of backache sitting on the edge of the sofa. But this is the type I had anyway. Just a regular US Gold twin cassette. But I do remember these. Some of the early games were actually like this. I think Pit Stop 1 is like that. Murder on the Zindernorf, which I've got somewhere. I'm just looking at the stacks of stuff. No, it's not easy to get at that one. Ah well. Mega Apocalypse. One of the best Hubbard tunes. Do like it. Technically the coding is okay. I mean, it's playing 2 samples at the same time as the game's running, but there's no scrolling or anything in the game. It's a very simple game. And they've got the camera blur on it, don't look anything like that. And looking at that, you'd think, oh, it's a Gyrus clone. Well, it's not. It's a Mad Planets clone, because it's basically a sequel to Crazy Comets. Yeah, dual 2-player. And you can actually shoot each other or not shoot each other. 5-channel sound which utilises 2 separate speech channels. Blah blah blah. 360-degree power. See, that's misleading. You'd think, oh, it's like Gyrus, you go around. But anyway, if they'd called it Crazy Comets 2, you might have had a chance. But it's not a bad game for a 2-player mash-up with your mates. International Karate, I had this. Anyway, I must admit I can't remember offhand what the Amstrad music sounds like. Maybe it doesn't even have music. There were some very poor conversions to the Amstrad. And I think people only learned how to do, raster palette changes after the CPC was no longer a commercially viable machine. So I don't know, maybe it's just such an obvious thing, or maybe it is actually really difficult, because the Sega Master System and the NES rarely do it as well. But yeah, I had this. I preferred Way of the Exploding Fist, but this was, yeah, it's only about, a few percent worse. Very kooky and weird. He looks like a vampire. From Fright Night specifically. Sanction! Good old Sanction. I think I only have one copy of this. And the reason for that may be because it isn't my original copy, although this one is mint as well. See, I stopped buying games so long ago for the C64, a decade ago, because I bought, what I thought I needed, most of them anyway. And that's why they're in such good condition, actually. So, yeah, we still got the original leaflet and shit inside. Nice screenshot. The money shot, as rude people would call it. So look, there's the logo for Delta. Because that is in Delta as well. So. But this is Sanction. So I don't think this is my own copy, although it is in mint condition and rewound, so it could be. I'm not sure. What I did, I do remember this, is I would put like 2 double cassette inlays with, one cassette on each side, 2 sets of inlays inside one case. So, right, that's that. Right, okay. So I had Quedex. It's called Quedex because it's actually short for Quest for Dexterity. So unless you pronounce Quest Queast and Dexterity Dexterity. Yeah, anyway, let's not get into that. Don't really matter how people pronounce shit. What does matter is left-hand drive cars have got the steering wheel on the wrong side, and I'll tell you why. Actually, no, they got it on the right side for 20% of the world's population. That is left-handed people. Because the last thing you want to be doing in an emergency situation is looking at screenshots of Quedex. No. You want your most dominant and controllable hand, which for 80% is the population of the world is like right hand. So you want to be controlling the gear stick with the left hand in the emergency situation. So left hand drive is actually the wrong way around. So there you go. I've scientifically proven that. No one can deny that. Unless in America, for some weird reason, 80% of the population is left-handed, not right-handed, like the rest of the world. It makes no sense. Same goes for any other idiot country that has left-hand drive. That includes, obviously Europe. I think Japan is right-hand drive, actually. No idea why. So it's a very rubbish loading screen, and also cover artwork, because they're like the same. It was nice of the artist who did the loading screen for Risk to post on one of those videos. Always nice to hear from people that actually worked on this stuff. One of my Outrun videos has got the guy who wrote the C64 version talking about it. It's quite fascinating, really. So I'm pretty sure this only got a sizzler because, Thalamus and Zap are basically the same people getting the shared dividends. Gauntlet. Now, as horrible as Gauntlet 2 looks, Well, it looks exactly the same as this version. The problem there is, well, I like the way they've taken that screenshot and it's slightly blue on the background, but all the floors are great. The problem is, this version of Gauntlet on the C64 is the only one that has smooth scrolling. Doesn't matter that everything moves around as a character, the screen is still being moved, you know, 1 pixel at a time. And it's pretty fast actually. Any version of Gauntlet that scrolls the screen, I'd be quite happy with, actually. Well, happy giving it a go. I think the Spectrum version is flip screen. If it is scrolling, I would play that. I don't like flip screen Gauntlet games. I should have the instructions in this as well. I think this box is somehow ended up with my favourite games. Oh yeah, I hope I've got another copy of Gauntlet because the manual could be better. I think there's one right here actually. So, but like I said, you know, I don't really buy games anymore. I bought loads of C64s and I would only buy them as bundles. So, you know, can't always guarantee the quality. I had Light Force, it's a shit game graphically. Plays okay, there's nothing wrong with the coding. But it's got one of the best Hubbard theme tunes ever, actually. There's nothing spectacular about the cover art for the case. It's alright. It's very mediocre in every way. Very 5 out of 10, except for the music. It's probably, it could be my favourite version, not version, Hubbard tune. I don't think Light Force come out on the, it might have. If it did, there's no music. Druid, another shit. This is the only copy of Druid I know I've got. And luckily, it has all the keyboard controls. So I can throw away that scrap of paper. It's not an actual screenshot, it's like someone's drawn that. It's in mint condition except for the case, but I actually have quite a few brand new double cassette cases and single cassette cases. They do have Amstrad and MSX brand new games in them, but you know, who cares about that? A Holy Grail. This is Donkey Kong, which I didn't have on the Commodore 64 by Ocean. I never had any version of Donkey Kong actually. Perhaps that's why I don't like the Atari soft version. Maybe if I had it back then with Popeye, I'd have some nostalgia for it. You know, like Popeye, which is about the same sort of coding. You know, there's 2 tapes in here. Oh, that's interesting. I think I got a loose tape in a bundle of tapes. I'll probably put it upside down because it's the wrong one. Meaning this is the one that came with it, but they look about the same quality. So. Anyway, let's have a look here. There's quite a lot of instruction. It's just a cabinet art sort of thing, actually. It's nice enough. I suppose that's what you'd expect really for such an old game and an arcade conversion. Hunchback has got really nice cover art though, by comparison, so I could be harsh. Not as harsh as that guy with the old, you know, review of the Wild Bunch. Very harsh that was for a budget game in the Adventure Gaming supplement. Right, now we have games I might want to try. So there's that one and that one. So I've got 2 copies of the same crap version of Wonder Boy. So I think bounces back. Never had this. I may have played it, but now I've got the instructions. Maybe I can work out what to do. Had the original and pub games. I specifically took this out to try because it's got a darts game. I've only found one darts game that's even like 5 out of 10. There's always some sort of problem. Most of the time it's the controls. They're really idiotic. Enigma Force. I think I had the one before this. I think I had Shadowfire, but I can't really remember. I didn't have any Beyond games that were in the double cassette like this. Yeah, it's not too bad quality. But yeah, see, I have to look at this with my reading glasses before I put the camera on it. That's why. Look, mate, if you're bothered about the quality of the actual production values of my videos, except the emulator capture, then you won't be watching my channel. But it's nice to have that with the instructions and everything. So I've got License to Kill, which is a ridiculous Bond film, because at the climatic truck chase sequence business, they're saying that when the air leaks out the system for the brakes will no longer work. Well, that's wrong. My dad was a truck mechanic, and he told me straight away when we would have watched that on the TV in the 80s, whatever. He would have said, actually famously, there's 2 Bond girls in quotes in this. He would have said famously that if you lose the air in the braking system, you actually cannot release the brakes. The brakes jam on and the truck will jackknife. So it's a completely different problem. It's a rubbish highway encounter. This is not a game that I would want to play on the C64 because I've got no nostalgia for it. Plays fine, but the multicolour sprites are so rubbish. You like, just have the original Spectrum sprites. If you can't do better, leave them as they are. So, now I wouldn't play this on tape, but I knew I had a copy of this. This is one of the last games I bought before I moved. So this was in the old retro gaming room, which was about 14.5 foot by about 11 foot. So we've got the instructions, hopefully. Let's have a look. Yes, I can see the instructions. There's quite a lot of instructions with this, right? So you've got the manual and the map. Yeah, well, it's in nice condition. Now, I didn't pay a lot for these games because I used to buy them off Retron Gaming, he used to be called. Well, his shop on eBay was called. Because, I bought quite a lot of stuff off him when the price was right. And also, he was like, he was an honest seller. So, if he hadn't tested something, he would genuinely say to you, look, I haven't tested this, so if it doesn't work, you have to think about that. But I'm prepared to sell it for this price on the basis that I don't know if it loads. Because you used to get loads of games in, and obviously you just haven't got time when you've got like thousands of games on your eBay store. I don't think these are games I would want to play. Have I mixed them up? Actually, I have mixed them up. These are all the crap games that I've tried before, so although I don't think this is one of those. Let me have a look. Atari ST screenshot, so I can't remember. Actually, I think this, along with Red LED, is one you need instructions for. Luckily, I, I didn't see red LED in this box, so I didn't have that. So I didn't end up wasting my money, although it only cost me like £5. So, so this is the section of games. Well, anyway, we do these. Let's put these away. And then we'll go on to the interesting ones. Put some of these tapes away. £1. Who sold this for £1? Pyramid Micros. There you go. That's not very promising. Anyway, this is Zigzag. I'm sure there was a demo of it on one of the cover tapes on the magazine I had. Definitely remember the review. Never played it. It is isometric, and hopefully all the instructions needed are in here now. So I might try loading some of these actually on you know, on the old tape deck. That can go there. Now this is one of the other Zap Sizzlers, and it says free with boots CBM 64 compendium. I don't think that's the Commodore bundle, unless they mean if you buy that Commodore bundle they'll throw this in anyway. Who Dares Wins 2 is a fantastic game. Drop Zone, loads of people love that. I personally don't like the gravity business on the Defender clone. That's my problem. And Thing on the Spring, but I did have Thing on the Spring anyway. I had Drop Zone anyway. These are full price games. And Who Dares Wins, another full price game I bought. I can't remember what Wizard's Lair is like, and I don't think there's any screenshots. So. And Rebounder. Now I think I've played Rebounder. Is there anything I haven't bloody played yet? Excluding the games I can't play, the ones that I had. So that's that lot. So that's my stuff. So let's check these out here. There you go, Jet Boys. Is it going to be like Strange Loop? I don't know, but I might check that out. Life Force. Is it going to have like sexy naked vampires, like the classic British film? Oh, I've got that in 1080p. You can probably see that bird's nipples on it. I do sometimes wonder if I have any female viewers on this channel. I don't think I do anymore. So we probably just got away with that one. Anyway, that looks interesting. Scary Monsters, which I was going to do, and then it was either the wrong joystick port on the C64 full size, and I couldn't find the instructions, or it didn't work with the SD to IEC, although I don't think it's a multi-load. Let's have a look. Yeah, yet another case of, you know, most crackers having the old 1mm cock. Now this one, I didn't have Coronis Rift or Ball Blazer back then. Coronis Rift only really works on the Atari with the, you know, the palette. And Ball Blazer I think is alright as a two-player game, maybe as a budget game, but I already had Rescue on Fractalus and the Eidolon, and Ball Blazer and Coronis Rift were a bit long in the tooth by then. I was always interested by Coronis Rift, but the screenshots on the C64 version did put me off. Well, mostly like the colour palette, I don't know. The straight conversion was never going to look good. Gothic, I think it's another one I tried on the SD to IC and I had problems with. Seamlessly stitching them back together. Camera's got a half-hour limit for HD recording, I forgot that. So, yet another one we might try, because I can tell it's got the instructions. Well, actually, is this multi-load? Yeah. Oh, there's a copy of IO in here. So yeah, this was another thing I used to do when I used to buy like bundles. I did play the world one. And it was quite frustrating because the poker playing is about as difficult as a strip poker game. Now, I'd never play strip poker on anything other than interlaced ham mode pictures. And this is the most important bit: the people posing for the, the naked, scantily clad pictures for this strip poker weren't fucking disgusting looking. They're really quite hideous. So I don't see the point, So what if they're in interlaced hand mode? If they're fucking ugly, I don't want to see them anyway. No, that's the wrong one. Where's my... Yeah, we got Mask 1 and 2. I don't know if I played Mask 1 and 2 yet. Let's go. Hold your horses, mate. Yeah, the reason why there's bits of paper on the floor is I have to actually go through them. Some of them could be receipts from like cash machines. Obviously I need to destroy them, not just shove them in the bin. Couldn't find my reading glasses. Yeah, there's instructions in there. That's good. So I got Mask 2. So this looks like a side-on thing. Now there was that rubbish Virgin Games thing I tried. Was it G.I. Joe or something? That was shit. Hopefully that's better. Actually, we've got instructions for Mask 2. No, there are no instructions at all for this. Ah well, that's a bit of a problem. But that looks like a shoot 'em up, so... See how we get on. Water Polo Uchiyo. I've played this, I'm sure I've played this. This is really fun, actually. Maybe I'll just put it aside to A, test that the tape works, and B, see what it loads like. There's probably no loading screen or anything like that. But it's really good fun. Alternative World Games. Now I probably won't play this off the tape because it's probably a multi-load, although so how much, yeah, there's a hell of a lot of tape on there, look. That's like fucking 25-30 minutes worth of tape on there. And you might have to turn it over. Alright, buddy. Yeah, he's amusing himself with the old IEC cable, so Bazooka Bill. I don't know what Bazooka Joe is, but it is mentioned in Seinfeld. Is it some sort of bubblegum related, stick-on tattoo? Yeah, this looks quite interesting. Who makes this game actually? Arcade Machine Limited. Oh, I have to look that up. That is for the C64. Yeah, I've done that before. Although in my defence, that actually had nothing written on it, and you know what machine it was for, and it was in a box of C64 games. So Quartet. The Commodore screenshots look okay. There seem to be grey and browns going on, so I don't know about that. Straton, not strap-on. That's different. I don't care what you get on with. In your own time, mate. So, looks a bit like Xenon. Maybe we tried that out sometime, innit? Trailblazer 2. I had Trailblazer. Cosmic Causeway. Never had this, never played it. Probably, the way I've aged now, probably getting about fucking 10-15 seconds worth of gameplay maybe. And the last one is On the Tiles. Now, I didn't know how to play this game. I do have a copy, but surprisingly this is a full price game. So, and it is the same game because they've got the same dumb thing the wrong way around. They've got a weird white outline on the black cat. No, it's not actually a black. I don't know what they're doing. The rest of the graphics are okay, and the animation is actually quite nice. It's just they've got the palette colours the wrong way around. It's live tape respooling. Well, it would be if I could get my big fat fingers through the. That's probably the wrong way around, isn't it? No, that is the right way, you idiot. Let's just do this one. So exciting on my channel, isn't it? Like I said, my videos are all selfish videos, mate. But yeah, I found the Wild Bunch unplayable because the poker game is the only way you make money. And also, I noticed, even though I was going the same routes as John Gage on the Amstrad version, I wasn't finding anywhere near as many like gold nuggets on the floor. So I don't think you can buy 0.1 horses like in the Spectrum version, so it's not that great. I'd probably play it on another version where the poker is a bit less strict poker levels of bad luck. I had 2 aces and he happened to have a full house. What's the chances of that? And when I did get like a full house, he'd immediately fold. He doesn't know what I got. So I thought that's bollocks. No. Maybe the C64 random number generator is shit. I'm not going to argue with you on that. Maybe it is something to do with the way the SID waveform is generated. I think it's something to do with the noise waveform on the SID. So as soon as we got 2 parts, and I've done these ones already, I can go back up there. Right, Wonder Boy, this is the rubbish version. The screenshots look good, and then when it actually starts, is it that one? You know what, the screenshots are so bad, but I think this is the second one, but it might not be. One of them is okay, and one of them just looks a bit chunky. But the one that looks a bit chunky actually is much better coded and much smoother to play. The other one's a bit jerky. It's a bit like an NES emulator. Like it's not actually written for the C64. And I've got 2 copies of that. So let's check out some more stuff. Jack the Nipper 2. I don't think it's going to be as good as Manic Miner. That's really where that one goes. North Star. I think this is that Amiga game, which looks suspiciously like the Amstrad CPC version. And even though it's done quite well on the 8-bits technically, it's not a very playable game. I think it's that one, although I could be wrong. It looks nice though. So you'd look at these screenshots and you probably think, yeah, that's wicked. Whilst chewing on your Hubba Bubba, or Bubbalicious. Who remembers the Hubba Bubba versus Bubbalicious wars, mate? Nobody. They're all fucking dead from COVID, I bet. The people who did remember. Anyway. This is called Blood Brothers. This is more of a morbid curiosity. I suspect this is going to be shit. I suspect flying around on the jetpack bouncing off shit like in Strange Loop is going to happen. But, you know, I never heard of this game. It's by Gremlin. So really, it should be in the directory. Now, Star Soldier. This really should be with the stuff I want to play. So, I don't know how this got in this lot. Looks interesting. Are the instructions on the inlay? Yes, good. So we're good to go with that one. Good. They've got holes on one side of the thing there, but not on the other. It's very rare to find these double cassette cases where they only got one pair of spindles. You know, that can go there. Howard the Duck, which I tried to play on my channel and I couldn't get very far. It's not a bad game for 1985, but I think it came out much later than that. It's sort of like no instructions. Yeah. So a worthless tape in my collection. Truly worthless because there's no instructions. Auf Wiedersehen. I think I tried playing that. I'll stick that in that lot. Basil the Great Mouse Detective. It's a shit game. Is there any instructions with this? Yes. Unusual case there. The graphics look nice on this, but I think this is unplayable. But there's some instructions. Yeah. We might stick that in that track. So, right, what's on Classics 1? Brian Bladder, which is shit. Bobby Bearing, I think, is a ZX Spectrum port. The only thing on here, Firecrest. There's no screenshots or anything, so that could go in a shit pile. Pac-Land is an okay conversion of an arcade game I don't like. Shit pile. And let's have a look here then. We haven't done all of those, so yeah, we're coming to the end. This is Boulder Dash 3, already done this. There's loads of greys going on and not much colour going on, like different colours to make things noticeable. So it's not really nice to play. You might as well play Boulder Dash 1, 2 or the construction kit. And we have Deflector, which looks suspiciously like a non-scrolling, slightly strategic rubbish game that I don't want to play. Good night. So it's not actually good night because there's a few more. You Wally. Way of the Tiger. I didn't have this. I look, Free with Boots. CBM 64 Compendium. So it's another one. So you got quite a few games from Boots. I got a C64 when there were no bundles, mate. You're just happy it wasn't 500 quid anymore. So you could con your parents into buying it. Right, well, never mind that bit. Never had this. Is it as bad as Fighting Warrior? I don't know. Looks interesting. Enter the world of Avenger, a ninja warrior of unparalleled skills and deadly powers. Yeah, if you believe that. Experience the stunning effects of triple scrolling action. I suppose that's parallax. as you master the techniques of hand-to-hand combat, pole fighting, and the skills of the samurai sword. And when you believe, yeah, anyway, it's all about the screenshots, mate. I believe I have played this on the SD to IEC. Can't really tell anything from these screens. They're obviously taken from a real photograph. That's the only way. The only other way is to actually get some way of printing them and then put them in that way, same way that they put photographs into a newspaper, which is more expensive doing it that way. Plus printer technology was shit. I had the Okimate 20, still got some unused wax ribbon cartridges for it. I think 2 colour and 1 black cartridge, possibly 2. But I don't have the printer anymore, so... Oh boy, is there a story about that printer. It's a bit like the Billy Mumph story in Seinfeld that Elaine was supposed to read on the, you know, they published, when she worked for a publisher as a manuscript and Kramer read it. Basically, it's the episode where Seinfeld gets his house fumigated for fleas. It's a classic episode, mate, if ever there was one. Desolator is not a bad game, but I couldn't find a crack copy that worked with the SD to IEC that had any kind of like unlimited ninja stars, so it's kind of like Way the Exploding Fist mixed with Ikari Warrior, so you're not really shooting anything, it's all hand to hand and dodge them up. But the graphics are not bad on this game actually. Alright there, alright there. That's not Aslan, by the way. That's little Devon, who isn't little at all. I don't know if this is the one that has that weird diagonal business going on. I don't know if it is that one actually. Anyway, it's in the to try pile and there is instructions, so that's all that matters really. Death Wish 3, and it's falling apart. Probably like Michael Winner. Anyway, is he still alive? I don't know if he is actually. That'd be a bit in poor taste if he isn't. I can't really read that through the camera. Strap on your famous 475 something Magnum, Wildy Magnum. Turn yourself into a one-man fighting force armed with pump action, shotgun, machine gun and rocket launcher. But the graphics are rubbish on this game. They're sort of like Techno Cop sideways scrolling levels of rubbish. A bit better than that, but... See, you assume Gremlin had mostly good games, but I think you're getting confused with Alligator, and even then that's not true anyway. So. Very few companies you think that made mostly good games. Well, you're just wrong because you didn't own enough games. This may be different to the version I had, which was sort of like a top-down weird gauntlet type thing going on. It's not split screen, that's just the cassette. Probably rubbish. Very underwhelming, boring thing. And I hate this film because if you watch the cartoons all the time, there's no way you want to burst out laughing in the cinema when that idiot Dolph Lundgren said, I have the power. He actually says it like that. That's an actual sound sample from the movie. And Red Heat. Yeah, whatever, double detent. It's a really shit game because they only use like half the screen. So it's a weird game as well. But it is a licensed conversion, so what do you expect? But it is in mint condition actually. It does have the instructions and everything with it. And Ocean 1989-90, the game plan. I'll tell you what the fucking game plan was. It was to rinse every motherfucking kid in the country with shit fucking BBC Micro bullshit fucking conversions and games. 1990 was really when the C64 was fucked. Because they either didn't give a fuck about the C64 anymore, or all the talent had moved on to program something else. So we got some really hideous games. And in a case of something like this, it's not like you have to convert an arcade machine. It's just lack of fucking design talent, mate. Let's check this out then. Might as well pad it out a bit, innit? Here we go. Look, Red Heat's already in there, right? Okay. So the first one is Dragon Ninja, which is alright on the C64, apart from being a multi-load, but I guess that's what you're going to get in it, really. Now Red Heat we've looked at. Now on Red Heat they're showing like a loading screen. Oh, I've run out of space because of all the crap here. Yeah, that's a loading screen, I'm sure that is. See, I have to keep looking with my reading glasses anyway. We've just seen that rubbish. Anything on the back? Tato coin-op hits. I never had this. Flying Shark is shit. You want Sky Shark. Arkanoid Revenge of Doe is shit compared to the original. Shit music and you can't use a paddle controller. Bubble Bobble and I bet Legend of Cage is shit as well. For some reason the screenshots go off the bottom. No, they don't actually, it's just really weird. Renegade 3 is shit. BBC Micro colours up the yin yang. Those are arcade screenshots. Fucking dirty bastards, they're already at it. Chase HQ. That looks suspiciously nothing like any of the 8-bit versions or even the Amiga version. In fact, it's a shit game all fucking every single system. Hey. Run the Gauntlet. You have to play this game on fucking keyboard and then it's okay. Don't try and play it with a joystick. Because the best bit, graphically, the buggies, is unplayable because of the shit design. Special Action 5-pack. Driller, nah. The Vindicator is shit. Daley Thompson, no thank you. Captain Blood, rubbish. It's rubbish on the ST and Amiga. SDI, yeah. No thank you, mate. And another pack, Game Set and Match. Doesn't actually say what the games are, does it? Oh, they did have some PC games there, Operation Wolf and Robocop. They're actually Ocean conversions. So some sort of Nick Faldo's golf game. I can't read all of them. There's quite a lot of games there though. Yeah, anyway, if I didn't have a compilation, not really interested in it now. The In Crowd. Oh look, more fucking compilations. Karnov is shit. Grisor is shit. Is that the Palace Software Barbarian? Yeah, that's okay. Crazy Cars is shit. Predator people say is good. It's not my kind of game. Target Renegade, it might be okay, but it's infuriating to kick them off the fucking bike and there's not enough enemies on screen. Platoon has got shit music by that talentless prick. Like to get that in there. And I think that one's Combat School, which again is not my kind of game. Voyager, which is not on your C64, etc. Never played that actually. Operation Wolf, again, something I'll play on the Amiga and ST with a mouse, not a C64 with a joystick. Robocop, I think they're the arcade screenshots there, because suspiciously there's no border around the fucking game area. What a fucking bunch of dumb cocksuckers. Cabal, we've done that to death, both versions, US and UK. And New Zealand Story. No, actually, this is Tato's Arcade. Yeah, it's just that one. Which is not bad, actually, I have to say. And now it is good night from me and him and all the cats.